Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be taking a look at Rachel's voice notes that she sent to someone and breaking them down. Let's take a look.
Yeah, he was on the phone to him and he said, all I can see is greenery. Then the phone died, so quite possibly believe that he has the phone, like he's in that area. I don't know. Of course I'll keep you updated.
So in this first audio clip, Rachel was talking about Jay, and apparently Jay said that all he could see was greenery. Then Rachel said the phone dies. But if we take it back to Brad's interview, he mentions that someone else was calling, and Jay said to Brad that he'll ring him back. So why have we got two different answers? Rachel said his phone died, and Brad said that Jay will ring him back. Either Brad didn't tell his mom the full story at the start, which is why she said this, or Brad made a mistake in his interview and said too much. Then, we also have Lucy, who told everyone that she spoke to Jay last, which was allegedly at 8:50 a.m., which lines up with Brad's interview, where he says someone else was calling him. So, if Lucy spoke to Jay after Brad, then why would Rachel say his phone has died? Someone is lying. It's just that simple. I have also seen people say that she is talking about Lucy's phone call and not Brad's, but that isn't right. A reason why we know she wasn't talking about Lucy's phone call and definitely on about Brad's phone call to Jay is the fact that she says he was on the phone to him. So she is definitely on about Brad, and apparently Lucy and Jay's phone call was a lot different to Brad's. Lucy says that Jay was worried and scared and then his phone died. But Brad says that he was joking around and laughing with Jay. Whatever happened, there were lies being told right from the start. But why would people need to lie if it was just an accident? This is the next voice note that Rachel sent, and this definitely needed breaking down, because some people might have missed a key point that is very suspicious.
Where he was staying, there is right. So they've been to this festival and then they've ended up. My son said he wants to go back to the apartment. Jay had other ideas of going with these other lads, which they knew, which were fine. Brad tried to say, well, come back, come home with me. I don't really want to go back on my own. But Brad wanted to go back, so he's gone back. And he said, listen, you ring me, Jay, when you get there and you stay in contact with me, which he did do. Brad told him to put his phone on charge, and he said he was going to get some kip. It was the last message to him. We're going to get some kip, and then I'll ring and get a taxi in the morning.
This next voice note is the one that leaves so many unanswered questions, and people need to understand no matter what, the stories don't add up and we haven't been told everything. Right? So for the moment, let's cut out all the conspiracies and people who claim to know what happened and focus on what is said by the main people who would know what actually happened. That is Brad, Rachel, Ayub, and Lucy. So Rachel starts off by saying Brad wanted to go home, but Jay had other ideas, okay? She says that Jay went with two other lads that they knew. The first key point is that it was clearly stated that they knew them. They weren't strangers, like Lucy said they were. So that's the first lie. And to add to that, Lucy said they were strangers, but she had also spoken to Ayub a couple of times while on this holiday, and Ayub confirms that. So either Ayub is lying or Lucy is lying. The next thing is that allegedly Brad asked him to come back to the apartment but didn't, and Brad also told him to ring when he gets there. And I'm guessing there means the Airbnb. But Ayub said that Jay asked to come back with them because he didn't have a key to get into his apartment. That's lie number 2. If Jay didn't have a key but was in contact with Brad, and Brad knew that he was going to the Airbnb, then why would he let him do that if he could have just let Jay back into the apartment? Remember, Rachel says that Brad told Jay to let him know once he gets there. So it's obvious that Brad knew he was going to the Airbnb. So the reason Ayub gave as to why he came with them wasn't correct. Rachel said that Jay stayed in contact with Brad, which also proves that Brad could have just let him into the apartment. Rachel goes on to say that Brad told Jay to put his phone on charge. So at this point, the charge in Jay's phone was already a topic of conversation. The first point that stands out to me is that Ayub said to Jay, "You can put your phone on charge." Why didn't he do that? This means that before Jay even left the Airbnb, he knew he didn't have much charge in his phone, but still left in a hurry. This is as obvious as it can be. Something happened on the 17th of June that is being hidden from us. The last point that also makes no sense is the fact that Rachel says Jay's last message to Brad was that he was going to get some sleep and get a taxi in the morning. But hold on a minute. Ayub clearly states that they got back to the Airbnb at around 5 to 6 in the morning, so it's already the morning. Why would Jay stay the whole day and night, then get a taxi the morning after? That's over 24 hours. Nobody sleeps for 24 hours. And Rachel said that was his last message to him. So if Jay kept in contact with Brad and let him know he arrived at the Airbnb, which was at around 6, then it's only just over 2 hours after that Jay calls him and they have their phone call. Also, Jay says that he will get a taxi back, so why didn't he just get a taxi back? He decided to walk. This just doesn't add up. Something happened, and it's very clear and obvious. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.